This week I put in a request for Mom to make a casserole she used to make when I was growing up. It's an old family recipe one of her aunts used to make. Mom?
Welcome back to our mountains. My sister made, for a family reunion a few years ago, she made these really nice cookbooks and put pictures of the family and some of the old recipes that were handed down from our aunts and grandmothers. And I picked one today that I think you're really going to like. It's called Connecticut Beef Supper. Now, if you're in a hurry, you cannot make this in a hurry. It takes pretty much the better part of a day to make this. So to save some time for the camera, I went ahead and I cooked the beef. I have 2 pounds of stew beef, which I cut up in about 1-inch cubes, and I cooked that with 2 large onion slices and got it really good and tender. For the benefit of the camera and for time constraints, I went ahead and cooked the beef and onions, and they're all ready. They cooked for right about an hour, so they're nice and tender. So we're going to put this together now. I'm going to take an ungreased baking dish and pour my meat in it. So into the ungreased casserole dish, I'm going to pour the meat. And the juices look really good. Smells really good too. It's actually thickened up a little bit. 2 pounds of stew beef cooks down a whole lot. So it just covers the bottom of this casserole dish. And on top of this, I'm going to place some potatoes that I went ahead and parboiled. I sliced them and just barely got them a little bit tender. So I'm going to place those right on top of the beef. So this is definitely a 1-dish meal. It's very hearty, and I think your family will love it. Next, we're going to make a mixture to pour over this. Now, I'm going to use 1.25 cups of milk. And I used condensed milk today to make it even richer. We're going to use about 1 cup of sour cream, 1/2 cup to 1 cup. You can just use to your taste. And 1 cup of shredded cheese, which that's about 1 cup right there in that bag. And a can of mushroom soup. So you probably have most of these ingredients in your pantry already. So on a good cold day when you have nothing else to cook, this would be good. So just stir all of that together. And then pour it right over your meat and potatoes. I'm going to spoon it on. Looks pretty good, huh? All right, and just kind of let that all meld together there. Then I'm going to top it with about 1 cup, maybe not a whole cup, of crushed cereal. And like I say, I'm using wheat Chex today. You could use Wheaties or Corn Flakes. You could probably even use cracker crumbs, but I'm just going to go ahead and use these Chex cereals today. All right, that's it. Now, pop this in the oven for an hour, at least an hour. So 350 degrees. And here is the Connecticut beef supper, all hot and bubbly and ready to eat. And who's hungry? Let's chow down. So here it is. It's got the beef and the cheese sauce. It's kind of like a cross between scalloped potatoes and beef. Everything in one dish. It looks great.
Thanks, Mom. That looks amazing. I'll be having me a plate of that here in just a few minutes.